Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Something on the track, bro. So that's the go. Let some other brothers and sisters get up in the class.
In my blood slim, it won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I'm back, gonna be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devil's design 5 for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a
All right. Let's clap it up. Shalom, Israel. We are the ISUPK, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And it is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. You know what I'm saying? For all the brothers and the sisters. For all the brothers, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shabbarakatah. All the sisters, Yahweh Shemalatah Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. You know what I'm saying? So, tonight, class, we're going to talk about Black history in the Bible. For those of you that don't know, Black history, and when I'm saying Black, I'm talking about Hispanics and Native Americans too, of Negro descent. It, contrary to what you believe and what you heard and what they taught us in school, it doesn't start with slavery. Now, I know in school, they teach us that, our history starts with the transatlantic slave trade. And they say that's when we became a people, according to our oppressor's history, his story. But the Most High said that our history started in the Bible. And we're going to prove that tonight. And there are certain things that we can look in the Bible and see our history today. And it starts right in the book of Deuteronomy. You know what I'm saying? These records that our ancestors laid before us and wrote for us in the spirit of the Most High was wrote for our learning to know where we come from and where we're going to end up at. Because the Most High prophesied to them knowing that at one point in time, we was going to disobey him and we was going to lose our identity. And the people that was a people was going to become a no people. The Most High chosen people was going to become slaves and bondmen and bondwomen and bywords, not knowing where to go to from fro, not knowing who they are, just all out of place. So since it's so-called Black History Month, we're gonna get our true, you know what I'm saying, our true history according to the Bible. Hey, Shalom, Officer Yawasab. Shalom, Shayara. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna dive in today. I think that it's fit that because everywhere you look at on TV, they're trying to show something about Black History Month. Shalom, Trooper Mashad. Shalom, Officer Thamayan. They trying to show something about Black history. And another brother that's really good with that history is Officer Thamayan. So that brother real deep with it. He know the oppressor's history. He know our history. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever can catch his classes, I think it's on Wednesdays. That's a good class to tune into if you want to know the backdraft of everything. But you've been seeing a lot of stuff now. Everybody be so pro-Black in February because it's Black History Month. But all the other months, they can give a damn about what's going on in the Black community. You know what I'm saying? They can give a damn about how we still being oppressed, or they can come up with ways to, you know what I'm saying, stop the oppression or ways just to help out the community. You know what I'm saying? But in the month of February, everybody that's just so-called Negro leaders or these so-called, you know what I'm saying, for the people, African Americans, what they want to call us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of leaders in the governments, they all pro-Black. Like Black Lives Matter only in February. But the rest of the year, they can give a damn. You know what I'm saying? And you can see that at what happened in there. I know a lot of the topic of discussion right now is what happened to Killer Mike, who won 3 Grammys and ended up going to jail. End up getting arrested at the Grammys. Now, when has that ever happened in the history of the Grammys where somebody get arrested? Not only did they arrest him, but they walked him through the building, handcuffed, to show you, like, I don't care how much you think that you evolved in this. Okay, how much you think you evolved in this society, or where you think you done made it at, they still consider you a slave and a Negro. Hey, Shalom, Lord of Christ, what's going on, sir?
Hey, Shalom, Lord of Christ, Hebrew.
Not much. Joining me tonight.
Come.
Hey, Most High in Christ. Hey, I was just speaking on the Killer Mike incident.
Come. I didn't hear too much about that.
Yeah, just a little quick backdrop. What happened was, he won 3 Grammys, right, for best album of the year, best song, best whatever. He won 3 Grammys. And the same night, he was arrested at the Grammys.
Oh, wow. For what?
They say he was arrested for an altercation that he got into with one of the security guards or something.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't really go in depth. They were just saying like it was it wasn't an assault, but it was like an altercation, and they arrested him. They let him go the same night,
Right.
but it was just to show, black people like, don't think you got somewhere.
Oh, cause he had a award, Grammy award show.
Yeah, he was at the Grammys and he won 3 Grammys that night.
Oh, so that he thought, they was gonna let him slide because he killed Mike.
He thought he made it. Like, mama, I made it.
Nah, bro. You know that song by Trick Daddy where he say, you got a house, cars, and a degree, nigga. You still a nigga.
You still a nigga. Good night. That was perfectly quoted. And you got 3 Grammys, and they arrest your behind and walk you through the Grammys with your hands tied behind your back. So like it.
Yeah.
So just don't get it confused, brothers and sisters, that just because you successful, and it ain't wrong with being successful in this oppression, in this kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, you built a way and made a way. But turn around and help your brothers. Don't think that because you made it out or you successful that you better than your other brothers and sisters, or you better than any other Black, Hispanic, or Native American, because they will quickly show you that you ain't nothing. You just a Negro with some money. Know what I'm saying? Same way they did Oprah when she went to London, when she went to England. They ain't let her in certain place. Look, get that nigga out of here. And over here, she's right. Yeah, they ain't let her. She was shocked. They was like, no, get that nigga out of here. They can't be in here.
Thought she was doing something.
Right. But in America, everybody praise her because, she's a successful Black woman. Man, with all her success, she go and build schools for over there in Africa. Now she come from one of the most I ain't gonna say the most violent, but it's very violent. She come from Chicago.
Right.
Everybody know what goes down in Chicago. Now, you mean to tell me with all that success and all that money she got, she couldn't help build up a structure that would help Chicago children and Chicago inner city youth to where they ain't gotta live their life in fear walking up and down the street? She couldn't build a recreation centers and better schools in Chicago, but she go wade across the water to some hut village in Africa and build them up schools.
That goes to show you how much she don't give a damn about her own people. She couldn't wait to get some money to go build up Africa.
Oh God, sir. And that's Black history for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we was gonna talk about today. We was gonna look at Black history in the Bible. And I was telling people that, the viewers, that your history started right in the book of Deuteronomy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This proves that you are the people that this talking about, and the curses that are in this in the Bible fix your lifestyle today, which is which is your Black history and what's going on. Your history started way before the transatlantic slave trade. As a people.
Yeah, I'm right.
So the first scripture, I want to get, I always follow Officer Kazak with this. I go to Hebrews 5:12, and if people want to follow along, that's where I'm starting at, Hebrews 5:12.
Come on, I got you.
Oh, you got Most High Christ for the Brotherhood, and that's one thing y'all ain't gonna never find out nowhere else is Brotherhood. Brotherhood is made and nurtured and raised up like a delicate flower in the ISUPK. Without the ISUPK, I wouldn't know what Brotherhood was. Sidebar. So whenever you ready, sir.
Come on, I got you. Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God.
Right. So it's saying before I got on this live, before I could get on this live and open up these scriptures and try to teach my brothers and sisters about the Most High, the God of Israel, I had to be taught. None of this is none of my own train of thoughts. I had to be taught the correct way because I was raised up in Christianity. And everybody know that Christianity and Christians don't follow the Lord of the Bible. They do what they want to do. So before I can be a teacher, I had to be taught. And that's rightfully so. Like that makes so much sense. Like before, how you gonna teach something that you never been taught? A lot of that stuff is your own making up. Like you're gonna make a lot of stuff up. How you know if it's correct or not? How you know if you correct or not? How you know if you wrong or not? You ain't gonna tell yourself that you wrong. To you, you always right.
You know what, Kana?
Come on, sir.
They think because they think that because they mama and their daddy told them is this is right. They think it's right because it came from their mama and their daddy. That's where they sadly mistaken that.
Right. Going on with concert, not knowing that their mom and their daddy was wrong.
Exactly.
Their grandma was wrong. Their granddaddy was wrong. Yeah, they did the best they could, but who says the best that they could do was the right way?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So before teachers can be teachers, they have to be taught. They had to be students. You have to be a student in this school before you can teach.
Right.
You have to learn how to follow orders. Con out of one con. Complete the orders. Make sure you're doing what's right before you can be a teacher. And that's why you have a lot of these fake Israelite groups because they don't want to follow orders. They want to be the leader. They want to be the teacher of everything. They don't want to be the student.
Mm.
That ain't the first principle in the oracles of the Most High. Thus says the Bible. Go ahead, sir, when you got it.
God. And are become such as have need of milk and not of strong milk. Oh, Salakia, and not of strong meat.
Come on, sir. You need to learn the easy things. What's the word? The simple things of the Bible first before you can start teaching somebody something that's gonna blow their mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might lose them trying to teach them meat before you teach them something simple as simple as, oh, well, you know, the Jews of the Bible, Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they the Jews, you know, they black. Instead of teaching them reincarnation, the first time they ever hearing about being an Israelite, you could teach them about wearing fringes on their garments and following the law, statutes, and commandments before you try to teach them that, you know what I'm saying, about a man having more than one wife.
Right.
Teach some simple stuff, because you teach that, he gonna take a brother or unlearned or ungrounded brother or sister gonna take that and run with it. A brother gonna, oh yeah, and he gonna run with it, not knowing that there's laws and rules on how to do that. And that might just run a sister off who had never heard that before, because women are already, that's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
So you need to teach milk when you become a teacher, then you can gradually go into deeper sayings and deeper things than that.
Listen, Kana, even the Lord, the Bible, you know, speaks parables, riddles, and the Bible use similitudes, man, which he makes comparisons. The Bible makes comparisons, man. Like he compares to sheep, you know, so you can understand it.
Right.
Negroes can't even understand that because they think you're like in their mind, you're literally a sheep. You see what I'm saying? So, like, it's like what you said, man. You gotta take your time with this.
Right, sir.
You gotta take your time.
Right. And so that's the thing that you must learn. Like, take your time and get grounded
Right.
and learn the simple things first before you go anywhere else. Damn, Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I got an emergency. I might need you to take over the class.
You too wild.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna need you to hold it down. I was going. Yeah, I was going through uh the blacks and natives are in the Bible, Deuteronomy.
All right, no sweat. I got you.
I'm gonna jump right back on as soon as I can.
All right, no sweat. Go ahead, man.
All right, the water, sir.
You got it. Um. All right, so let's get another scripture. Let's go to Deuteronomy. We're gonna show you that history is in the Bible. Your history, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, is in the Bible. All right. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. We're gonna start at verse let me see. Boop, 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 boop. Uh, one second. One second, Hebrews. Hey, no one y'all. If you in here, man, see if you could jump in. Let's start at Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. So it says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee high above all nations of the earth. So this is the Most High talking to this is Moses talking to the children of Israel. He's telling the children of Israel that if they keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, that the Lord will set them high above all nations of the earth. Now, these laws are your history. God's laws are your history, not the oppressor's laws. The oppressor's laws has nothing to do with you. The oppressor's laws do not trump the Most High's laws. All right? Give me one second. It does not trump the Most High's laws. All right? The Lord said he will set us high above all nations of the earth. He will set the nation of Israel above all nations of the earth. Now we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom. We're the tail. Why? Because we choose not to do what he told us to do. We choose not to keep his law, statutes, and commandments. All right? Salakia, Thamayam, if you could jump into class with me real quick. If you could hear me. If you could jump into class real quick. If you could, sir. If you ain't doing nothing. Give me 1 second, guys. One second. All right, so we're gonna read Deuteronomy 28 and 15. 1 second, trying to get myself right. We're gonna read Deuteronomy 28 and 15. All right. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right. So now, us, the children of Israel, we got cursed. A curse is a punishment. Okay. We got punished by the Most High. And today, if you look at the condition of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today on the earth, you can tell that we are the children of Israel. We're those people that the scriptures are talking about. Because why? We're the only ones that's being punished on the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones getting tormented. We're the ones going to prison for nothing. We're the ones getting unalive in the streets. Okay? So it's talking about us. 1 second. This is where your history started. All right? In the book of Deuteronomy, like the officer was bringing out, this is where your history started. Okay? It started when you decided not to do what the Most High told you to do. It started when you decided to smoke weed. It started when you decided to sleep with whores. All right? This is your history right here. This is Black history. This is what you should know about Black history. What you should know about Black history is that you ran off and did what you wanted to do. You ran off and went to go serve your oppressor. You wanted to go serve your oppressor when the Lord wanted to give you life and life abundantly. The Lord, the Most High, he wanted to give you milk, the land of milk and honey. You didn't want the land of milk and honey. You wanted the oppressor's land. You wanted the oppressor's Rolls Royce and Lamborghini and his Maserati. You wanted the oppressor's mansion. You wanted the oppressor's money. Okay? That's what you wanted. You wanted to be you want to follow Egyptology and read the Ethiopian Bible. All right? That's where your history started. You wanted to do what you wanted to do. So now we in this condition. Now we punish for it. Now we curse for it. All right? It says, but if it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses, these punishments, shall come upon thee and overtake thee. These punishments overtake you, man. These punishments, they came on you and they overtook you. You know what I'm saying? So much so where we got heathen landlords that are, charging us $2,000 for rent for a 1-bedroom apartment somewhere in the hood. So much so that we slaving, sun up to sundown. These daycares that we got to put our children in, it costs $250 a week. You're paying rent for your apartment. You're paying rent at the daycare as well. For somebody to watch your kids while you go pick cotton on a plantation field, and in your mind you think you done made it. You're successful because you got a house and a car. You know what I'm saying? You're in slavery. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing but slavery. You're doing time over here, man. This ain't nothing but slavery. You're doing time. That's what you're doing. All right. Let's get some of these curses. All right. All right. We're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, and we're going to go to 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies. The Bible said you got enemies. God said you have enemies. All right. You can't tell we got enemies. You don't see the oppressor oppressing you systematically. You don't see the oppressor pulling you over for because your tent's a little too dark. You don't see the oppressor. Your tents ain't even that dark. You got legal tents, but he want to pull you over anyway. The oppressor, wants to fire you on the job. He don't give a damn. They'll fire you on the job in a heartbeat. They don't give a damn about what you got going on. He don't care if your kid's hungry, starving at the house. He don't care if you can't pay your rent. He don't care if you don't make enough. He don't care about that. He don't care if you ain't got if you can't put gas in your car to get to work, to go to and fro. That's an enemy. That's not a friend. He don't give a damn about you, man. The Lord said, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies. Since you don't want to serve, the Lord said, since you don't want to serve me, go serve your enemy then. That's who you love. Go serve him then. Go serve your oppressor. Go see how it feels to go serve him. Go see how it feels to go work on his plantation. Work on his field. Go see how that feels. Since that's what you want to do. You want to serve Caesar Borgia? Go see how it feels then. You're serving your enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. All right? In hunger. When you're hungry, you got to go to your enemy for food. You got to go to Publix. You got to go to Walmart. When you're hungry, you got to go to Target. You got to go to the supermarket, the corner store, wherever you go to buy food because you're hungry. You go into your enemy because it's not a brother or a sister that own that supermarket. It's not a brother or a sister that's giving you this food that you're buying from. It's not like you got your own neighborhood and then you got a black business, a black supermarket. It's not like that no more. Now you're serving your oppressor. Now when you're hungry, you got to go to that oppressor to buy, and he not giving you nothing unless you come out that pocket with some money. Now, if we had our own neighborhoods, if we had our own black businesses in our own neighborhoods established as a people, you know what I'm saying? That sister or that brother, you know what I'm saying? We would have been like a tight-knit family. Everybody would have known everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't had it, you know what I'm saying? That brother in that supermarket or that sister in that supermarket would have gave it to you and be like, here you go, man. Because it's your own people. They would have cared enough to just give it to you or loan it to you. You know what I'm saying? They would have cared enough to deal with you in a righteous way. They would have cared enough. But the oppressor don't care. The oppressor, he care about money. You know what I'm saying? The oppressor, he ain't gonna let you slide. You know, if you're a nickel short, if you're a penny short, you gotta pay that. He gonna sit up there and have his hand out just like that. Cause you're a penny short. You gotta sit there, you gotta sit and tell him, look, man, I'm a penny short, man, and you can't let me slide, man. Damn, I ain't got the 10 cent. He don't give a damn about that. He don't care because you ain't got 10 cent. He want that 10 cent. He want that 5 cent. He want that penny. That's what it means when it says you're going to serve your enemies, man. Your enemy want that penny. He wants that 10 cent. He wants that nickel. Because it's your enemy. Your enemy ain't going to let you slide. You might find one of those oppressors or Arabs one day, you know what I'm saying, might say, okay, no, don't worry, go ahead. But the next time you come, You better have that nickel or that dime, or you ain't gonna get nothing. And if you come to his store consistently and he sees a pattern of you always being short, he gonna get real aggressive with you, and he gonna tell you don't come to my store. That's what it means to serve your enemy, man. That's what it means. All right. It says you're gonna serve your enemy. All right, in hunger and in thirst, in thirst, drinking water, drinking water. You know what I'm saying? You gotta buy from your oppressor. You can't go collect drinking water. You got to get it from your oppressor. You understand? It's something simple as water that falls from the sky. All right, that flows through the river. You understand? Like you got to go get it from your oppressor. All right, and in nakedness, the clothes you wear, the shoes, everything, man. You got to get it from your oppressor. Look, the clothes you wear, as much cotton black people pick, like America's rich, sitting still on cotton money. As much cotton as black people pick in America and made America rich, made the oppressor rich. We don't even own cotton. This fabric right here that we put on, we don't even own it. They didn't even give us reparations. Nothing. We get nothing. We pick all the cotton and we don't even own a damn Q-tip factory. We don't own nothing, man. Because you're going to go serve your enemy. You're going to serve your enemy in hunger and thirst and in nakedness. All right? And in want of all things. Everything you need on the face of this earth, you got to go through your oppressor to get it. You brothers that don't want to come into the truth, man, that don't want to serve the Most High, you brothers right now, you want a woman, you got to, first of all, you got to get down on one knee, bend the knee to that woman, like she's Lord over you. Beg her to marry you. And then you got to go to your oppressor to ask permission to marry this woman. You can't even have your own woman in this place. You know what I'm saying? Without going to this oppressor for permission. You got to go sign a piece of paper, and that piece of paper that you sign shows that you with this woman. You understand? Like it's like he owns her, and when you sign that paper, it's like he's saying, "Okay, you good. You can have my daughter." And he might as well say that's his daughter because he raised her. Because the woman's mind, in her mind, she think like the oppressor. She's raised with the oppressor's system in her brain. So you might as well sign that paper because that's what you getting. You getting the oppressor's daughter because she has the oppressor's spirit on her. She's a Christian. She thinks like a Christian and walks like a Christian. You understand? Until she comes into the truth. And when she comes into the truth, you understand? And get her mind cleaned up, you know what I'm saying? Renew her mind, then she's no longer in subjection to that oppressor. Now her mind is clean and she knows who she is and she knows the truth. You understand? She knows the truth from the lies and she's able to make better decisions. Now she's your woman. Now she's your woman. But before that, she ain't your woman. She belonged to that oppressor. Her mind belongs to that oppressor. It says, and in want of all things, your woman, you got to go to the oppressor and get permission. Is that the type of life you want to live, man? That's the type of life you want to live? Huh? Why don't we come into the truth, man, under Command and General Hana and learn this truth and wake up? So that way, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta go to the oppressor for our women. We ain't gotta go, you know what I'm saying, go sign that piece of paper. At least we can have our women back. You understand? Hell, we still gotta buy fabric from the oppressor. We gotta buy food from them. But hell, look what the brothers and sisters are doing with the fabric. We making it our own right now. You understand? We making it our own. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the next scripture. It says, and in one of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. That's your history right there. All right? Until he have destroyed thee. He put a yoke of iron around your neck. He put a physical yoke of iron around your neck, around your arms, and shackles on your feet, and led you straight into captivity. All right? Until he have destroyed. How did he destroy you? He destroyed you when now you don't even know who you are anymore. You don't know your nationality. You don't know you're a Hebrew Israelite. You think you're black. You think you're just black, a color. You think you're African American. You have no clue, no knowledge of your history. You think your history is just some slave ships. Like you came off the slave ships, you went into Africa. No, matter of fact, you think that, you know, you left Africa, got on the slave ships, and that was that. You came to North America, and you're a slave from Africa. That's all you know about your history. Well, this Bible is your history, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. This Bible is your history. I'm reading it right here. It says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Are you not destroyed today? Are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians not destroyed today, man? Look at the Native Indians. The Native Indians literally live in a little corner in their home, in this place. The oppressor done took the whole land, done took everything and pushed the Native Indians into a little corner somewhere. And they over there destroyed, getting drunk, alcoholics, can't get a job, living just like Negroes in America today. Poor. The Hispanics, they in the barrios, they in the ghettos with us. You know what I'm saying? I got Hispanic neighbors right now. Damn near all my neighbors are Hispanics. All right? Until he have destroyed thee, man. We are the destroyed people, man. We destroyed for the lack of knowledge in this place. We destroyed because we don't have the knowledge of the Most High. We don't have the knowledge of the truth. All right? We don't know who we are. Therefore, we're destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Like our people are in what you call the sunken place. All right? They need to get out. This place, every day I look online, man, and it looks like it's just worse. Like we getting worse and worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? Like sisters are getting tattoos of they man's face on their face. Like I don't even know what's the purpose of you getting a tattoo on your face of your man face. You wasting your time because you don't even want to stay with that man. You're wasting your time getting that tattoo. It ain't like you're gonna stay with him. You're gonna leave him anyway. You're getting a tattoo for nothing. As soon as he get another woman, you out the damn door. Now you got a tattoo of this man's face on your face, and then you're gonna go try to sleep with another man, and he gotta sit there and look at that man's face on your face. Like, come on, man. Shit, I know I ain't gonna do it. I'm not talking to no sister with no another dude face on their face. I would just tell you should have just stayed with him. Don't make no sense, man. We destroyed in this place. We got Brothers wearing dresses and skirts and painting their nails and just acting like women, wearing wigs and acting like women all over TikTok and social media. Like we destroyed, man. Like you let the oppressor just strip you of your masculinity, man. The oppressor done strip you of all your masculinity. You understand? It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. You see? From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. The eagle is your oppressor's national symbol. The eagle. You see it on the post office truck. You see it on the flag. You see it on the quarter. All right. It's your oppressor's national symbol is the eagle. You see it on the back of a dollar bill. All right. Spain had the same symbol. Rome, Egypt had it. Okay. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. You didn't understand this oppressor when he came and got you and enslaved you and went into and put you in captivity. You didn't understand what he was talking about. You didn't understand. You know, if you ask black people today, what language did you speak before you spoke this language you speak right now today that you call English? What language did your people speak before that? How about that for some history, for some black history, huh? You want to know black history, you got to go into this Bible. This Bible is black history. It's called the Holy Bible for a reason. Holy means separate. All right? Holy don't mean come together. You know? Holy don't mean come together. Holy means separate. That's what it means. Set aside, separate. Bible, biblios, books, separate books, epistles, letters that were written to Israelites, black men. All right, this whole Bible is black history. The whole Bible is black history. It says, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. What language did you speak before you came over here in captivity? What language? You can't tell me. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian. What language did you speak? Because you damn sure wasn't speaking English. Because it said you didn't understand. You didn't understand English. You know how the Native Indians understood English? They had to learn English through concentration camps. That's how they learned how to learn English. They went into concentration camps, man. You know? You ever heard the term unalive the Indian, but save the man? You ever heard that term? You know, the oppressor said that, meaning get his culture, destroy his culture, destroy his language, destroy his garments, the glorious apparel and attire that he wears. Destroy that. Destroy the language. Destroy all of it. But save the man. Save his body. So I can use him as a slave. That's what it means. And put them in concentration camps and brainwash them. They couldn't even speak their language. If they spoke their language, they would have got whooped. They would have got unalived. They would have got dealt with. They had to speak the oppressor's language. The oppressor, the white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. This is a real biblical demon that you're dealing with. You understand? You see your oppressor today in a suit and a tie, and he looks real smooth and real innocent, like a businessman. He's a criminal. He's a vagabond, a fugitive. You understand? He hides himself in everybody's culture, everybody's nation. He hides himself. He is the wolf in sheep's clothing. Him. He is. You understand? He's a devil in a suit and a tie. All right? Like he unalive you, man. Unalive the native Indians. Unalive the Hispanics. Unalive black people in America, man. With no mercy, no shame, no care at all. He don't give a damn when he does it. It's his nature. He loves it. All right? It says, a nation of fierce countenance. These oppressors have a fierce countenance, man. Fierce countenance on them. The way that they look, you know, fierce. All they want to do is kill, Salakia, unalive. All they want to do is unalive, man. Come on, sir, I need a reader. All they want to do is unalive, man. That's all they want to do. That's all. When they pull you over, man, they itching to unalive you. They want to unalive you when they pull you over. They want to. They mad when they can't. They mad when they don't have a reason to do it. They mad about it. They pull you over and they find out your license is clean. You know what I'm saying? Your registration, everything is clean. Your insurance is good to go. You know what I'm saying? You legit. You know what I'm saying? You riding, you legit. You good. Boy, they get upset. They get mad. You could see it in their countenance. You could see it in their face. They mad, man. Because they ain't get to unalive you. But in their mind, I bet you they saying, boy, I'm gonna catch him next time. I'm gonna catch him next time. He gonna be slipping next time. I'm gonna get him real good. And when they pull you over, they waiting for you to say something like, "Oh, can I ask why you pulled me over?" Man, get your black behind out the damn car. Don't ask me nothing. They can't wait. Shalom, Yahabashim Yahshabrak. What's going on, sir?
Shalom, Lord Christ.
Gone. I'm in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 50, sir.
Slaki, I'm out of tune back in on my computer because I need give me 1 second because I use my phone for my sword. Give me 1 second.
God. You know what I mean? They get upset when they can't unalive you, man. They get mad. This is the people that we chose to serve instead of the Most High, man. These people could have been under our feet. We could have been on top. Nah, but we chose this, man. We chose this, man. We did this. Because we didn't want to listen. We didn't want to do what Moses told us to do. Okay? A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Man, this is still happening today. The old, Sandra Bland. Who else? George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? So many of our old, you can Google it right now, man. You can Google it. You done unalive so many of, man, old, young, teenager, it don't matter, baby, newborn, all went into captivity, all went on them slave ships. He didn't give a damn. He didn't show no favor. That's what it means when it say nor show favor to the young. He didn't give a damn because it was a little boy, a little girl, a little black boy, a little black girl, a little black baby. He didn't care. He didn't show favor because of that. It wasn't no favoritism because of that. Hell, he killed the baby. He did it to Mary Turner, man. Mary Turner, a sister in Georgia. They lynched that sister, man, upside down. She was pregnant, 8 months pregnant. They cut her belly open and the baby fell out crying. That was the first encounter she had with her baby. Watching her baby fall out her belly, her split open belly, while she upside down. And when that baby hit the ground, the oppressor stepped on his head. Or I don't know if it was a boy or girl, but the oppressor stepped on the baby's head with his boots and smashed that baby head, man, open. Now, why don't you just picture that? Picture that. Is that a human? Can you honestly say that's a human being that you're dealing with that would do something like that to somebody? You honestly gonna tell me today I have to love this oppressor? I'm supposed to love this man? I'm supposed to forgive this man? Huh? That's the person you want me to forgive? Hell no. You can love him for me and for you. Love him for me, because I ain't never gonna love this devil, man. This is a monster. You understand? And after the oppressor smashed the baby head on the ground, you understand? They riddled the sister's body with over 200 bullets, like a pinata. They riddled her body with over 200 bullets. And you know what Mary Turner got? A goddamn one of those stone memorials, one of those stone memorials. And guess what they did to it? They shot that up too. They shot that up too. These oppressors were shooting at her memorial in Georgia. So much so that they had to remove it because they couldn't repair it. So they had to remove it and they had to relocate it. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with. But you want me to love them. Nah, bro. You love them. Because I ain't never gonna love them, man. Because they don't love me and they never will love me. I don't let a gift destroy my heart. Ecclesiastes 7:7 says a gift destroys the heart, man. You let your oppressor brainwash you and blind you with money and things of this world, and you forget your history. You forget what he did to you. You forget about it because now you got some money, you got a car, you got a house. You good. You feel like you comfortable in this place, and now you sitting up here telling me to forgive the oppressor. Oh, we should love everybody. Joe, get out of my face with that garbage, man. Don't tell me that we gotta love everybody and I gotta forgive this oppressor because you living a little comfortable in his kingdom. I don't give a damn how much money I got. I don't give a damn if I won the lottery and I had a mansion and a nice car and I was good. He will still be the devil that the Bible speaks of. His money ain't gonna change my heart. It ain't gonna change my mind. His house ain't gonna change my mind. His cars, none of that. None of that. Because I don't read too much history about this devil, and I'll be a fool. I'll be a fool to think that this is not the same devil that you know that was back then. I'll be a fool because I'm seeing the same thing go on today. The things that went on back then, I'm seeing the same things go on today. Actions speak louder than words, right? That's what y'all say. Well, look at this man's actions. Look at his actions. If he was truly sorry about what he did, why don't he make Jesus Christ black in 2024? Why don't he just come out with the damn truth and say Jesus Christ is a black man? Huh? Why don't he just come out with the truth and say the Jews are black? The Hispanics are the real Jews. The Native Indians are the real Jews. Why don't he do it? You can't you see that you're dealing with a devil, man? If he was sorry for slavery, if he was sorry for lying about your history, he would come out with all the truth about your history right now. But he ain't gonna do it. He's not gonna do that because he don't want you to rise up over him, man. He don't ever want you to be in rulership, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. He wants you to be in the bottom. He love the fact that you're on the bottom. That's where he wants you. He wants you to be his slave forever. Look at his actions, man. These people don't care about you. They don't care about you. All right? Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. All right? Let's get some more. Let's go to
I got a warrior.
Khan. I was gonna go to 64, Deuteronomy 28 and 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Look, you scattered all over the place, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You the one that's everywhere. You everywhere on the earth. We went into captivity under every nation on this earth, man. You understand? From the one end of the earth to the other, from the east to the west to the north to the south. And we serve other gods in those other nations. We serve other gods. Gods that our fathers didn't know. Gods that Moses didn't tell you to serve. Aaron didn't tell you to serve. Abraham didn't tell you to serve. Abraham didn't serve those gods. These are the gods that we serve. And what are those gods? Damn statues, man. Idols. Baal. We serving a bunch of statues. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like we chose to serve a statue instead of the Most High Power that made manna fall from heaven to feed us, that split the damn Red Sea and drowned the Egyptians, that led us out of Egypt with a chariot, with fire by night and with a cloud by day. And we chose we traded that for some goddamn idols, man. What the hell is wrong with us, man? You know what I mean? Go ahead, Kanat.
Hey, lock it, sir. Shalom, all the crazy. Where you at with it, sir?
I'm on Deuteronomy 28 and 64.
28 and 64.
God.
Okay. The water for holding it down. And exactly what you were saying, like we traded the goodness of what the Most High gave us for the BS that them other nations was doing.
Right.
And look where it got us. You know what I'm saying? Look, it got us nowhere.
Right.
It got us thinking that we Africans, and the Africans don't even claim us. Know what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk about running back to Africa, running back to the motherland. That ain't never been our motherland.
Right.
Ain't never been our land. Know what I'm saying? And that's just the true of things. And I don't, and you know, Salaki, and Deuteronomy 28 and 37, it say, "Thou shalt become an astonishment and a proverb and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord should lead thee." Meaning that even being called an African American, that's a byword. Being called a Hispanic, a Puerto Rican, a Dominican, a Haitian, like all of that is not what your ethnic background is. Astonishment means that the other nations look at you and be like, "Man, look at them. They don't even know where they belong. They don't even know their history." When it's the Chinese New Year's, all the Chinese celebrate it because they know it. They grew up with it. You know what I'm saying? When it's even what they call that fake African Christmas, what they call it? I can't think of the name of it.
A fake African Christmas?
Yeah, ain't it Kwanzaa?
Oh, you talking about the Jewish?
Is that Jewish or is that African?
That's some Jewish people.
Well, even them fake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got their own thing, but we ain't got ours. We do whatever our oppressors tell us to do. We celebrate whatever our oppressors at the time celebrate. You know what I'm saying? And that's us. But according to the Bible, according to our history, we're the lost 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we that. And how you know that? Because they say it throughout the scriptures. And and how you know that we are not African? Because we don't associate with them. And they don't associate with us. They call us Akata, which means cotton picker. That's the truth of the matter. African people hate you. They don't like you. They use the word nigga so loosely, and you think it's cool. Michael Blaston, he used that word so loosely to, I went and seen him on the 85 South show, and he was one of the, and his whole stand-up comedy, his whole thing, it just rubbed me the wrong way the whole while he was up there. The way he kept saying nigga, 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 and people just laughing, thinking that it's funny, but in my spirit telling me like this nigga making fun of us.
Right.
And if I could I want to read a paragraph from the book From Babylon to Timbuktu. And this is a story. This is a book by a black guy named Rudolph Windsor, who did a lot of study and research to find out, to find out that the blacks and Hispanics are not African. And he did a lot of study and a lot of research on how we ended up in Africa and why all this and that. So if I could, I just want to read a little passage to let y'all know how we ended up in the west side of Africa and the reason why we think that we are African. So it said, this is on From Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84. And this is a good book to get to if y'all have time. It's a good one to read. And it says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. And this is prophecy what Christ said. When you see the armies marching about the city, get up out of the city. Because our king, Yahushua, knew what was going to go on. And it said in 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. Meaning that he damn near wiped us out. Went down there, marched on the city, and slaughtered everything he could find. They said it was a great slaughter. Now, they didn't say it was he just killed a few people. When they say great, that means he damn near wiped us out. Then it read on said, during the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrageous and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. The people that stayed there, they got captured there. It said many outrageous and atrocities were committed against them. So those that stayed there didn't take heed to Yahweh's warning, telling them to get out of the city. When you see the armies marching about, they thought he was just speaking. He thought he was just talking. Know what I'm saying? And they stayed there. And when the armies came, it was too late. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. There you have it right there. It said 1 million Jews fled into Africa. That's how we ended up over there again. Running from the sword and slavery. We wasn't never Africans. We ended up over there trying to hide from our enemies. Only the culture showed the difference between us and the Africans. We had laws, statutes, and commandments that we followed, and they didn't. They dressed a certain way and we didn't. So anybody that's telling you that, oh, we African, we came from Africa, oh, this and that, nah, that ain't true. According to the scriptures and according to archaeology, that ain't true. So Black History Month, and you want to run to the thought that we Africans and we if we so much Africans, how come they never came to save us when they were so-called free from this land? Since we talking about Black history, I ain't seen not one canoe. Nobody came to speak up for us. Nobody came to speak up for the oppression of Hispanics and Blacks and Native Americans in this land of America. Now, not one of them countries over there in Africa spoke for us. Because that ain't your place. The Black History Month that they talking about, yeah, it talks about how our people came up in this oppression and how we came up with inventions that the oppressor stole, and it tell you about all the things that we went through, it tell you about the Martin Luther King nightmare and all this and that. Yeah, it tell you about all of that, but that's just like, that ain't your true history though. That's atrocities and things we went through, but it don't tell you about who we are as a people. Only the Bible can tell us that. So like you, sir, you say you went from 28 and 64?
Gone.
Come, sir. So like you, if I could, I just wanted to show the color of these people that going through those atrocities and them curses that you had already read, and to let you know that those fake Jewish people over there, they never went through none of this stuff.
Right.
This only happened to a certain color of people, a certain group of people. So if I could I get Jeremiah 14:2?
Gone, I got you.
And this is to show your identity. This is to show like everybody didn't go through what you went through in this land of your oppression. Those fake Jews, they had their trouble, but it didn't last 400 years. Hitler's war against those fake Jews lasted 3 or 4 years. They said, I don't know how many million of them died, but it wasn't over 80 million,
6 million.
6 million Jews them fake Jews died.
Mm-hmm.
That's a small thing to how many people we lost.
Yep.
That's a small number compared to just that's not even the ones that made it over here to the slavery. We're talking about the ones that died from the transparent from the west coast of Africa that was trying to make it to the Caribbeans. The ones that didn't even make it. That's in the millions.
Yeah, from the voyage alone, we defecating on each other and period blood, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can you imagine?
I can't imagine that, sir. Salakia stacked on each other like sardines. And not only were they defecating and throwing up and women's cycles were spread all around, they were being hard on them ships. Yeah. Them shipmates, them wicked behind sailors would come down there and take a woman and R her, sexually assault her. And not just one of them, it'll probably be the whole crew.
Yeah.
To the point to where when they did come up, when they had to wash them with salt water, you know what that does to the skin? That they ain't have sunlight, they ain't have regular water. That shit stink. To the point where they was jumping overboard. They'd rather jump overboard than continue on. And not only that, the ones that were sick, you can't forget that they was chained to each other. So the one that was sick or the one that was unalive during the voyage, they would slide them off to the side of the boat, and probably 3 or 4 other people that were still alive will go down with them because they chained up.
Yeah, the old too, the babies, because them Edomites was not raising them babies.
No,
they get rid of them, and the real old women and old men that couldn't do nothing, they got rid of them too.
Got rid of them too. It's like they were saying that the sharks followed the slave boats.
That trail.
Yeah.
To this day.
To this day. They followed them because they know that they had food.
Yeah.
They know each day somebody was getting thrown overboard.
That's crazy, man.
It's like you said, if you got it, I'm with you.
That's crazy. No, you got it, Hebrew.
Come on.
Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof language.
Judah mourneth. It's like Judah mourneth. Judah is Israel. It's the kingdom of Israel. Sometimes they say Israel. Sometimes they say Judah. Sometimes they distinguish the split between the nation of Israel after King Solomon died. The southern kingdom was named Judah, and the northern kingdom was named Israel. They will go by them names if you will see it in the scriptures. So it's talking about, the tribes of Israel. So this is talking about the southern tribe of Israel. It's telling you that that Judah is in a state of mourning. And the gates thereof languish, meaning the protection of these people is not there. Like they have no protection. They have nobody to speak for them. They have nobody to lead them in the right way because all the so-called leaders done turned astray. They following after the oppressor way. He give them a little money, give them a little bit of power, and then they just forget about us.
Right.
They don't care about the people no more. Only time they want to show up is Black History Month, which is this month, or when somebody's being unalive on TV. Then you have Al Sharpton, and I don't even know if Jesse Jackson's still alive. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see that Negro. I don't see none of them. I wonder if there's some kind of little resort spot or somewhere. They just be over there chilling until something happen, and then they pop up.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Spending that money.
Right.
Enjoying life.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't there. They languish. We have no protection. We have nobody to speak for us. We have nobody to tell us which way to go, except for Commanding General Yohana and the ISUPK.
Right.
If it wasn't for the ISUPK, our people be in I think they would be in a worse state of mind that they in now, because them brothers send clothes, food drives, prison department. You talking to somebody right now that's over the prison department, Officer Sharatazai. Go speak to them brothers that's in the belly of the beast and let them know that we ain't forgot about them. It's still somebody there. We do all that type of stuff in the name of our King Yahushua and brotherhood. If you want righteous leadership, join the school. Get in class. Learn how to be selfless and learn how to help your people. So like you said, you got it. Continue on.
God. They are black.
They are what?
Black.
No, they red.
Black.
No, they so-called a white man.
They are black.
They are black. Telling you these people until the slack, sir. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
They are black. It's telling you. Them same people that went through them curses in Deuteronomy, that's going through them curses nowadays, the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, they black. They are black. They not Caucasian. They not Ashkenazi. They not converts. They black. And when we say black, we mean the Hispanics and the Native Americans. Unto the ground. The ground have many different colors of the dirt. The dirt different colors. From dark brown to light brown. Go ahead, sir.
They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
The cry of our people went up to the Most High. It says going up. Like he ain't deaf to where he can't see what's going on. That's why you got what's going on now today. Rumors of wars and wars is going on. The Lord is coming back to redeem his people. He coming back to save his people. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But they teaching you that, oh, y'all was just slaves. Y'all were just indigent servants. Now they want to say indigent servants. Now they want to say that slavery, we benefited from slavery. That this was a good thing. When the Lord said that was a punishment. It was a curse to be over here serving our oppressor.
Hey, 10 years from now, they're going to say, it's going to be, oh, black people went to trade school.
Good night. They're going to say we willingly got on them boats.
Right.
They're going to say we got on them boats and we voyaged. They're going to try to make it like the voyage of Titanic.
Like we came here to learn a trade.
Yeah, like that movie Titanic, like how they was all on the docks, all in love and all that other crap.
Right.
Nah, man. They're trying to hide their sins from the world. But the greatest sin that they ever had was to lie on the Lord's chosen people and say that they are not. They try to lie and hide the transatlantic slave trade. They don't want you to know about that. They don't want you to know what they did to get us over here, to get us on them plantations. They're trying to hide it, just like Esau tried to cover up. He's a vagabond. He try to hide everything he do, and when you bring it up to him, when you bring it up and show him his sins in his face, and you speak about it, you the one that's in the wrong.
Right.
You creating trouble. Oh, you racist. What about when they was feeding our children to alligators? That's Black history in Tampa, Ybor City. They will feed your babies to alligators to make some gator shoes,
Ridiculous,
gator belt, or eat gator tail. Bust into that plantation, take that baby while it's crying, beat the mother or unalive her if she try to stop him, and put your child, your infant, in a cage and set it by the water so the alligator can come and clamp down on it.
Hey, Kanat.
Slacky, sir.
Now we do it willingly. In the
Right. Good. Wow. That's heavy right there, boy. That's heavy right there. That's heavy. We do it willingly, and we also pay to do it. We pay to murder our to unalive our kids. Is that not a curse? Is that not crazy? If you don't want the baby, stop having sex. Period. They got birth control. They got protection for that. But our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. They don't want the knowledge of the scriptures, of the priest and prophet of the ISUPK. They want the smooth things from TD Jakes. They want to be swallowed up. They like being Salakia, Paul. They like being swallowed like TD Jakes say. They want that. They don't want to learn the truth. They don't want to know what it takes to get up out of this hellhole. And it takes work. And the work is to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. But ain't no way they can hide it from the Most High because he put it in these records. He knew that what was going to happen. But he loved his folks so much and he stand on his word so much that he gave to Abraham that he made sure that we knew what was going to happen in the latter days. He made sure that he put our history in these records because the Holy Scriptures, these Bible, the Holy Bible, is the records of the Israelites. And that's one thing they can't deny. They spend billions of dollars on trying to figure out ways to decode this, but they can't because it wasn't made for them at all. All right, with that, so can we get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68? We're going to show you Black history in this Bible.
Book of Deuteronomy. Go ahead. Oh, my bad.
Oh, Salaki, sir, my bad. We're going to show you that the Lord predicted the transatlantic slave trade. He told Moses what was going to happen. Moses understood this. And I don't think that he was happy about it because I know I wouldn't be hearing the Lord saying like, this is going to happen to your folks.
Right.
Because they're going to turn away from me. Go ahead, sir. You got it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships. Now, if anybody know the landmass of Africa, they know that Egypt is in Africa. And the Lord said he's going to bring us into Egypt again, which Egypt means bondage. The real name of their land is Mizraim, after their patriarch. They even changed the name of where they was at. They called it bondage because that was all that was there. The Egyptian had the children of Israel in bondage over 400 years, so long that when the Greeks came and everybody else came, they called it bondage. They called it Egypt. The Lord said, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again with ships. Now we know that Moses led the children out of Egypt walking. Even when we got to the Red Sea, we walked across the Red Sea because the Lord parted it. We didn't take ships to get out of there. You can walk from Egypt to Israel. But he said, this time, I'm going to bring you back into bondage. And this time when you go into bondage, you're going to go into bondage on the ship. Now, I know we got some scholars and some historians on here. How did the so-called African-American, the so-called Puerto Rican, the so-called Haitian, how did they get to the Americas and the Caribbean? If anybody know, you can put it in the chat. I want to see what's up. I want to see who knows something. And we were just talking about it. We were just talking about it. Anybody gonna answer? I guess not. Maybe they don't know, Officer Sharatazar. Maybe they don't know. Well, we were just talking about the transatlantic slave trade. That's what they called it. That's how we got over here. They say the first ship landed in America, landed in Virginia. How you got over in bondage, how the Lord said you was going to make it over here, you got over here in the ship. You didn't walk from Egypt to America. They put you on a slave ship and transported a cargo ship and transported you from there to over here. But that's not it. That's only a fraction of the prophecy that was going to happen. Continue on, sir. Salaki.
God. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And
Salaki said, they say, you shall see this no more again.
right.
You ain't gonna see this land no more. When you get on them ships, that's gonna be it for you seeing your land. You're gonna be taken away and you ain't gonna see this land again. And we haven't been back over in our land since then. Yeah, we tried, but they even put you in the outskirts of it when you try to go over there. They don't even recognize you as an Israelite. Lord said you ain't gonna see it no more. Go ahead, sir.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Salaki. It say you should be what?
Sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
What did the book of Babylon to Timbuktu say? What it said? The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. The slave market. That's a prophecy being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Right here. He studied and showed in the history. When you see the movies, you being sold. Got a male slave, got a female slave. She could be a cook, or she could be a wench. He's good for breeding, or he's good to be working the field. Just like how they do at the football Columbine, make them boys run and make them jump. That's slave marketing.
Yeah.
They got to do everything that our ancestors had to do at the slave market. Run and jump and do this and do that. They're trying to see which one is the better slave. Who is the good slave? Which one I can make a lot of money off? Instead of you picking cotton, you throwing the football or catching it.
Right.
That's prophecy, man. That's black history in the Bible. They say you'll be sold to your enemies, not your friends, not your loved ones, not the people that care about you. Your enemy don't care about you. That's why they call the enemy. You were sold there. Back in the day, they knew who their enemy was. Nowadays, y'all don't even think. Y'all don't even care. Y'all so delusional about society, about being on TikTok and Instagram, trying to go viral over some dumb mess, not knowing that that's a part of your curse. You don't even care that you making your oppressor rich, being a good slave that you is. Tired of being a slave. They said, what? Who is that? Jeremiah, one of the prophets said, dang, is Israel a homeborn slave? Because that's all we knew.
Yeah, we gotta pull that one. That's a good one.
Sir, I forgot. Well, I think it's in the book of Jeremiah. I can't look it up on my phone, but I know he had the Salaki.
I think it's Isaiah. 3
Oh,
and 1.
Isaiah.
Yeah, I think it's Isaiah 3:1.
Let's see if we can get there.
That's a good one.
Isaiah 3.
No, that's not it.
You probably can Google is Israel a homeborn slave? It'd probably pop up.
God, let me see. Jeremiah 2:14.
Yeah, right. Jeremiah 2:14. We're gonna pull that joint. Con. Book of you got it for me, sir? Or you want me to I can read it. It don't even go so.
I'll read it for you.
Con, sir, the water.
No sweat. Jeremiah 2:14. Jeremiah 2:14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
Right.
Mhm.
Is the black Hispanics and Native Americans servants? Is the black man, the Hispanic man, the Native Indian man, are they just servants? That's all we've been known to do is serve and be slaves. Every time we disobey the Most High, we go into servitude. We go into slavery as a punishment. Is he a homeborn slave? Was he born to be a slave? That's his existence. He was just born to be a slave, to pick cotton, to do whatever the oppressors say. That's what is he that? Is that what the Most High made these people to be? Why is he spoiled? Why is everybody taking everything from these people? Why he being robbed of his identity, his nationality, his homeland, his culture, his language, his children, his finances, his shelter, his invention, his mind? Why is he being robbed of these things? Because when you a slave, you don't own nothing. You don't even own your own self. When you a servant, you gotta work. That's your whole existence until you are unalive. You work from the day you born to the day that the Most High close your eyes.
Right.
As a servant or a slave. The prophet had to ask the Most High this question because he got tired of seeing that all the time. You know how many slaveries and bondages we done been through? That was a good question for him to ask, because I probably, if I ever had the chance to ask the Lord a question, in his state of mind, I would ask him the same thing. Like, God dang, Lord, like, damn, that's all we was born to be. Every time we turn our back on our high power, that's the punishment we get. So he was like, "Then these niggas just ain't gonna learn their lesson."
Yeah.
That's just like if for those of you that got kids, you keep taking the game away, he get used to that. Well, he ain't gonna do nothing but take my game away. They ain't gonna do nothing but put me on punishment for about a week, and then I'll be back out. Only way he gonna understand to not do what you telling him not to, for him to stop doing what you telling him not to do, is you pull that belt out and you tear his behind up. You chastise him. Spare the rod, you spoil the child. And the Most High got tired of sparing the rod until he brought us into this slavery. That's our whooping.
And it's bad.
And that's what we would call a salakia, a ass whooping.
Right.
That's when the pants come off and you down to your underwear. So you can feel what I've been telling you for these last 2 weeks, and you thought it was just a game. The Most High is our Father. So just like a father, he gonna chastise his children. And you best believe your being in America is chastisement. Don't think that it's we over here because we want to be. I don't want to be over here. I want to know what it's like to be in my own land. And say, this is the land of my forefather. This is the land that the Most High promised us. That's what I want to know, what that feeling like. What happened to the 40 acres and the mule? You didn't even get that. They say we was gonna get that when we come out of slavery. We ain't get nothing. We got sharecropping. They turn our people into sharecroppers. Was just another way to manipulate the people that thinking that they were free to stay on the plantations.
Yeah. You forever in debt.
You forever in debt. Now you owe.
We damn near sharecropping today.
Salakia, sir. That's all we doing.
Yeah.
We paying taxes on property that we supposed to own. We paying taxes on crops that we grow. We can't even grow some crops. You can't even have certain things in certain neighborhoods with the homeowners association. If I own something, why I gotta keep paying on it? Don't I bought it one time.
Yep.
Property taxes. What the hell is property taxes if I own the shit?
Shit, what the property don't even belong to him.
Right.
The hell is he taxing us for?
Man, Salaki, sir, that's a good statement to you. You know what I'm saying? What you said, because there's a show called Hell on Wheels. I don't know if anybody ever seen it. But it's it's a good show. It's about how they started building the railroads heading west into Indian territory, the so-called natives. And they had to have a sit down with the chiefs, the railroad builders and the chiefs had to have a sit down, because the Native Americans were unaliving them when it was coming on the territory, like making trouble for them to build the railroads.
Mm.
So when they had to sit down, the oppressor was saying, "This is our land. Y'all got to stop killing our workers. Y'all got to stop doing what y'all doing, man, because y'all stopping progress. And we got things that we got to do." And the chiefs was like, "Well, who gave y'all this land? Did y'all buy it?" And the man was like, "No." He's like, "Well, do y'all got the receipts for it?"
Mm.
He was like, "No." He's like, "Well, how did y'all get the land?" He's like, "We fought for it. So y'all don't own the land, y'all took it." They couldn't say nothing. They was astonished. I wish I can get that clip. You could probably look at it on YouTube if anybody wants to see it. But he was telling the truth.
Right.
Like, your oppressors took and stole everything from you in this land. And what they used to do to the so-called Negroes is run them out of town. Meaning, if they wanted some land that a Negro man owned, they would threaten to kill his family if he didn't leave town.
Rosewood.
Rosewood.
Okoye.
The Ocoee massacre. He got unalive for trying to vote, for trying to be a part of his oppressive society. He got unalive.
Yeah, July Perry, man. They went into that brother house. That brother was asleep in his room with his wife. He had two girls. One of the girls was in the other room. They shot up that house, man. They rained bullets in that house, man. No, they put a bomb under his bed, man. Dynamite.
Good night.
Exploded, and he hit the ceiling. His wife his wife went to the hospital. She made it, but she died later on. And he hit the ceiling and died hitting the ceiling, man.
Good night.
July Perry, man.
July Perry. Black history.
Like, this is what these people, man.
And not only that, just think about this. If they run you out of town, they mean they get the deeds to your land.
Brother, they buried black people in unmarked graves. And they just took the land, brother. Just took the land. Like, if you black, I think they got black people living there now, but it's just crazy, man. Like, they unalive you and just take the land, brother, and build they're doing it now, gentrification.
Yeah. Yeah. The damn show doing it now. They did it then. Black Wall Street, they bombed that place. Do you think they just left it desolate?
Right.
I think they got one survivor. She's still alive. That was there when it happened. As an old lady.
Right.
I don't know if she's still alive, but I know she was last year. And she would talk about when she was a little girl, how she seen people unalived in the street. People was hanging from light poles. People was burnt alive. Families was burning. They was fleeing. Where you think they ran to? They left everything in the city. What you think how they had to rebuild? You know how long it'll take for them to come up from that trauma?
Awful, man.
I'm in the city of Orlando, and there's a place we call it Crosstown, but it's from the streets of Paramore, Westmoreland, all that. That was a black, like all black community. Known for it to be all black community. That's where they had the joints that was there for years. They had the soul food places there for years. They had all black community was there for years. Now they done tore down some of the buildings, some of the old houses, and built these condos and apartments for your oppressor. And Ishmael and his seed that got all these damn 7-Elevens every damn way. Everywhere you turn is a damn 7-Eleven, a slushy machine. Get tired of them shit. I want to knock them shits down. It's the lie, yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. I think I got it mixed up with somebody else. July Perry, he was beaten, shot, and lynched. I think I'm thinking about somebody else that they put dynamite under his bed. But
God.
Man, they did this. Rosewood, man, Rosewood, they ran black people up out of there, man.
And all on a lie that some white woman said that some brother had sexually assaulted her.
Right.
They burned down the whole town over a lie.
She being a whore, sleeping with another man while her husband at work, and she lied and said it was a brother. And they burned the whole town, and they took the whole town for themselves, took the land, and they didn't even allow, they didn't allow black people to claim their homes and their land and their property and their stuff. It took everything.
Took everything. And you know what else they used to do?
God.
I don't know if you read this one, Deuteronomy 28 and 30. I'm pretty sure you probably did.
God.
Do you know what they used to do to y'all? When the claim rolled up on y'all? 28 and 30, sir.
God. It says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Yeah. When you get married, when our people was getting married, and them clanmans would ride up on your wedding day.
Damn.
Yeah, you married her, but you wouldn't be the first to sleep with your wife. They would sexually assault your wife right there in front of you. While one person holding the gun, the other man is sexually assaulting your wife. For all these sisters that think it's good to be with an oppressor, they had a name for y'all back in the day. It was called bed wenches. It wasn't no good thing to be on the arm of no oppressor.
Salakia.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, he ain't just only slept with their wife. Shit, the oppressor slept with him too. Raped him too. It's called buck.
Right.
Now, how outrageous is that? Buck breaking, that's what they called it. They would take the biggest slave on the plantation and sexually assault him in front of his family and all the other slaves.
They're doing it now, Canuck, making these celebrities and put on dresses for that money.
Fine, sir. Damn right.
And these secret parties that these rappers be going to.
Right. You damn right, sir. They doing that. And how is a woman gonna look at her protection and see him being assaulted? How's she gonna feel about that? How your children gonna feel? You know how traumatizing that is for kids to see that? I couldn't dare to see that as a grown man today.
Right.
That's horrible. Think of the mentality that man would be in after that altercation.
Man, that's hell, man.
He probably couldn't stand to even look at his family with shame all over his face. That's Black history. Why they don't teach you about that type of stuff? Teach you about Rosa Parks sat down on the bus and refused to mute. Okay, yeah, all right. So what? Niggas was walking any damn way.
Right.
Those that had money caught the bus. Everybody didn't have money to catch that bus. What about the people that walk for miles to their job and the children that walk miles to get some kind of education and they had to learn through the window? They couldn't even go into school. They had to be outside and learn through the window.
Right.
Let's talk about real Black history. And the only way you're going to find that is in the Bible. Your true identity. They're going to talk about the things that we going through now. The Lord prophesied that these was going to be curses. They weren't just doing this because you so-called a Black man. so-called a Hispanic man or a Native man. They doing this because this is the curse that we were going through because we turned our back on the Most High. Stocky, sir, can you finish that? Can you finish that?
Gone. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
There it is. We were just talking about that, how they was running people out of Rosewood. We're just talking about how they was running you off your land. They ain't tell even, and this is the craziest thing. Donald Trump, which is an oppressor, said publicly that black people built the White House. That they built not only the White House, that we built this country. They know what's up. When you gonna figure it out, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man? When you gonna figure it out? When you gonna take the time out to learn your true identity, to learn true black history?
Yep. To add to this, when a black man is successful, man, they love to find some way to arrest him and lynch him, or you know what I'm saying? They did that a lot. If they saw that man was successful, man, they would find some way to destroy that man and his family, man. It's all over history.
On concert, that's a heavy point that you made because that's what they do to discredit them, to let them know that nigga, you still the slave. Man, you was talking about it earlier in class about the Killer Mike incident.
Right.
He got up there all happy. Oh, your dreams can come true. Don't nobody say you can't do it. You can do whatever. You can do this. You can do that. You can be successful. 15 minutes later, they was walking that Negro through the aisles, through the Grammy Awards in handcuffs.
Yep.
Letting you know that, nigga, you still the nigga. I don't give a damn how many Grammys you got. You still the homeborn slave to them. If you're not trying to follow their agenda and serve their purpose, they're going to let you know. Look, I got a good question. Why the hell did they then arrest Will Smith when he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock on national TV? That's assault. Why did he go to jail?
Right. I wonder why.
Know what I mean?
Yep.
He didn't go to jail when he assaulted somebody.
Right. You're right. You're right.
On national TV. Will Smith followed their agenda. But then what they do after that? They started bashing them on TV, on social media.
Right.
So even though he followed their agenda, they let him know that they don't need you to. You still the good old boy. That's the difference between the house slave and the field slave. House slave, you get a little bit more privileges, but they'll still whip your back if you drop eggs.
Yep.
Or if you do something. You celebrities, y'all some house Negroes. Because y'all think y'all better than us field niggas. I'm a field Negro, Salakia. Because I'm out here with my brothers putting in work. We ain't eating off the master table.
Damn sure ain't.
We standing up for our brothers and sisters that they throw away and they forget about, but draining them people dry, raising your kids, raising your children to be terrible, terrible children, not listening to their parents, raising your kids to think like, raising your daughters to think like Sexy Red.
That woman right there, boy.
Oh, good night. I don't even really think she a woman. I don't. Salakia. Excuse me.
You're right.
I don't think. I'm just waiting for the tabloids to come and say that she a transgender or something like that. Salakia. But it's just that's the curses. That's Black history. If you really want to know your history, get into school. Tune into classes. Join the ISUPK and help us put in this work, man. Help us bring our people out of this hellhole. If you really want to see brotherhood, sisterhood, a little taste of Black history, real, true Black history, come to the Passover in Durham, North Carolina. $200 for a dose. Come see our brothers and sisters in glorious apparel. Come see what our true culture looks like. How we dressed before we came over here. How we interacted with each other before we came over here. Come and see. Because you ain't going to see it on BET or MTV. Come see it live in person. Come join the fight. So with that, I want to say shalom. A big tawada to Officer Sharatazai for holding me down. You know what I'm saying? That's brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? For Officer Thamayan for tuning in too. And to y'all that's out there, like, share, and subscribe. And learn this truth, man. It's time. So with that, shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
Shalom.